It's like the casinos do that.
Good morning, everyone. We'll get started here in a little bit here, so miigwech for your patience. I know we finally got our laptop repowered up and we're getting ready here to go live, so miigwech.
Attorney's at home. She's at home. Or is it concerning appointment?
Nice to the regulation. Because they cash gets a lot of money.
Forward to work with you. Yeah. Yes. Henry Paul, her husband.
I asked her, I have to which one. I switched to her. So now I have to do my.
626.
All right, everyone, thank you for coming today, and what we'll do first before I do roll call or call the meeting order, I'll ask Marlon to say a few words for us in prayer. Miigwech.
Say, Mom, get your money, get your money, do. Crazy air, shred them out there. It's your chicken, and these are all the same. You, me, good your money, do. Walking on this, the big prison door, we ain't good, get on the snob, eh? We my works, if Kawa Baba got a cocker, you. Prison door, we ain't, number W, get on the ocean way, and we win, number W. Baker, Marty, to know, they're going to be small, get your money, get your money, do. Question not stop back. We know how we know God, we know great and not a minute key on a minute key cock. She had no sweat amount, and she again. Come and sit on the hold up and on the same. She not stop back, okay, you become money do. God is that, but you up and on the same. Baker, number W, visit dog, yeah, could get no shit again, sweat amount,
Thank you, miigwech, Marlon. Okay, I'll call the meeting to order. It is 9:30 a.m. Mike, do you want to do a roll call, please?
Yes, Chairman. District 1? Here. District 2? Here. District 3? And the Secretary Treasurer's here.
We have a quorum, miigwech. Next up is review and approve the agenda. Any additions or deletions on it?
I'd like to add a donation request of some wild rice we're gonna be feasting the lake.
Okay, we put that under, would that be under Marina?
New business?
And it'll be 6 pounds.
You You gonna buy it?
Henry, you can just take it out of your budget too if you want. You can just take it out of your budget.
Okay,
Do you want it on here or no?
no,
Okay.
if I take it.
You just take it out of your
Okay,
budget.
we'll just take that out. Henry can take it out of his budget, so.
Yeah, Mr. Chairman, I'd like to add to I think we'll add it to the executive session. Code of ethics for the tribal council members.
Thank you.
Chairman. And over here. Just the.
That's just, I think, a copy for us, I think.
Yeah, no, I know, but, we don't have to talk about it?
No, we don't.
You're aware, right?
What's that?
Yeah.
The budget for the
Harvest
harvest.
style.
We don't, wait, that's already done deal, right?
Yeah, it's
Already
already got
budgeted.
their money, yeah.
Yeah.
Alright, then no.
I got another donation request also, just a change from the one that you guys got in your email. From 2,000 to 5,000.
For what?
Rice Lake demo derby.
I don't think we do that much, Hank.
Huh?
You mean for a donation request?
Youth and elder.
I don't.
We gotta talk about that, okay, remember, I think it's like $1,000.
Yeah.
Remember, I think the whole council had a resolution where they had 1,000. Yeah. Maria, did they have a cap on a youth and elder for 1,000?
It is, yeah, so it's capped at 1,000.
Okay.
You still want it on, Hank, for 1,000?
Yeah.
Okay. We'll add that to Rice Lake.
I think it's under old business already. So.
Oh, it's under old business, okay. Okay, thank you. Okay, motion to approve the agenda.
Yes. Mr. Chairman, can I talk a second? Annie, when it comes to like secretary treasurer stuff, there's stuff we follow with the Constitution and stuff like that as far as releasing any kind of financial stuff. So I just want to let you know that there is a process for the financial stuff. Oh, yeah, okay. Okay.
India.
I think that would probably be done with, once we're to the point where we're gonna be at, it'll probably be a press release when we do that, so, and I understand your frustrations too, Annie, but, we can talk about that when Mindy gets in with HR.
Antonio?
Well, it's different in different contexts, so a lot of personal information that is discussed would not be for public consumption based upon a person's privacy rights and expectations. And then on the other side,
Can I speak, Mr. Chairman?
Yes, please.
Annie, I think what we're looking at is we're looking at, when you guys put stuff on Facebook, it's really not in stone yet, and it's just in our briefing, and we talk about stuff like that too. So I think we need to come to a happy medium with the council, what we're gonna release and what we're not gonna release. I'm not saying we can't get there, but we'll get there. We have to do that, I understand that. But when stuff gets put out on Facebook and people misinterpret it, that's what causes more problems than good. So, but I would agree that yes, we have to sit down in one of our briefings and figure out what we can put out and what statements we want to put out. That's would be the proper way to do it, Miigwech.
Thank you. Motion to approve the agenda.
Motion.
Motion by Eugene, second by Annie. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Miigwech. Next up is review and approval of the meeting minutes for 7/28/22.
Motion, I'll make motion.
Motion by Michael Rock to approve the meeting minutes for 7/27/22.
28.
28, sorry. Second by Annie, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Motion carries, thank you. Next up is, I know that we're looking at doing the quarterly, I know the quarterly information for like the reports for like the elders, the council members, program updates and also come in. We're looking at doing those quarterly. So I think the next, but I know the elders are here today, which we'll grant them their time because they showed up. But we're looking at doing the quarterly updates on quarterly. So I think the next quarterly scheduled meeting will be for, I do believe, in October. So that's what we're looking at, and we're going to discuss that later today too with council on how we're going to look at what we're going to do with this. So, but I know the elders are here today, so I think that we'll bypass the reports for the council members unless council wants to say a few words. But if not, we can let the elders say a few things. So
Skip our updates.
yeah, we can skip it. Unless you want to say something, Dan? You guys want to say something?
At least do our updates.
Yeah, I got it.
You got one?
We're gonna start.
Oh, okay, yeah, there was some, I guess some council members did some updates, so, well, I guess as chairman, I'll go first, and I know with our meetings we had with the commissioners and, ongoing legislation and, talking with our lobbyists, we're looking at planning, and we're looking at what we're gonna do for the upcoming year, and I know working with our federal lobbyists that some of the things that's ongoing is, I know that we're working with some of our lobbyists on like WILSA, and we're looking at doing some other work on some other land stuff. And, when it comes to the state lobbyists, we're looking at doing more stuff with our cannabis program. We're looking at getting ready to get a proposal ready for some monies for the bonding for some of our projects that we're gonna have here in the near future. We're looking at being proactive with a lot of that. I know we're doing a lot of work with getting letters out. I know one of the concerns that came across my desk was there was a feedlot pig farm that's over by Callaway, west of Callaway, that we sent our letters out last week, to Commissioner Kessler of the MPCA, and also we sent a letter to Becker County Commissioners on our concerns with that feedlot because of the diseases that come along with that, and also with the runoff from their farm. So we had some concerns with that, and of course we're getting updates, daily on on our, the other one was the Union, or the Union Pacific train and the merger with Kansas City, or Canadian Pacific Railroad. So we're working on some letters to get that out with our concerns on that too. So there's a lot of good things that, that we're doing proactively with our council. It's, otherwise than that, we're just getting ramped up for, this next season coming up. So, it's something that we're excited. We're meeting. One thing about the council, we're having our debriefings every week, and, we're all getting updated from our staff and from our divisions on, what we need to work on next. So that's one of the updates I wanted to say, and I want to say miigwech, and everyone take care and be safe. Secretary Treasurer LaRocque is next.
Good morning, everybody. Anin Buju. I'm going to start out with some of the community service stuff we've been taking care of. I mean, we've been hitting all the picnics, the community picnics. I believe the one was I attended the one in Nadawash and one in White Earth, and we were just down at the urban picnic, which had a very good turnout. All these picnics they're very good for our people and stuff like that. So I'll start with that first, and other than that, it's it's business as usual. We're coming up on the end of fiscal year now. Met with our CEO and our directors, our executive director and our deputy director on budgets for getting ready for October 1 and seeing where we're at with that. So we did that last week. Like Chairman Fairbanks said, we met with our federal Senator Tina Smith last week. We talked a little bit about the Canadian Pacific and the Kansas Railroad merger and stuff like that. And just lo and behold, we talk about running crude oil through our boundaries and stuff like that. Lo and behold, I'm coming from DL the other day and I see a whole string of about 300 cars of, looks like it's oil. They said it was empty tankers heading north. So lo and behold, they are running oil through by train, and everybody knows that the train probably has more accidents than a whatever, and stuff like that. So we're gonna see if we can get to Washington and see if we can get that merger stopped, because if nobody knows about it, one of the things is that it's going to double or triple our traffic coming through our reservation as far as the train traffic. One of the things that I wanted to state too is for EMS and law enforcement up in the city of Mahnomen, there is an underpass, I believe, but it's not very passable. But if there's a train going through and if it triples the traffic, and we have a large community in our Riverland apartments and our houses and all, we get over 300 people over there. And if there's a train blocking the tracks and a medical emergency, get over there, that could be life and death right there. It's happened before, and it's gonna happen again if those trains come through and they block that road. So we have to figure out what we're gonna do with that. So we are meeting with Senator Tina Smith and some other senators on that too. So just some other things too, just monthly meetings, enterprises. We met with Minnesota Commerce. I mean, I did it up by my phone on some funding sources and stuff like that. So Gaming Commission, I'm just going through what I wrote down here. So, but other than that, it's budgets as usual, finding out where our shortfalls are, how we're gonna move forward to be financially secure in this tribe and stuff like that. So be good to everybody. District 1.
Busu, Ragi Gimiwan, Indishnaka, Makwanudim, Gajika, Joey Gamog. Henry Fox, District 1 Rep. Just a little update on, the big rice lake up there. We, as the council, are working hard with the wild rice manager over there, Dusty Roy. And right now it's looking good, Of course, you get your complaints of put a plank in, and we watch that. We watch that to make sure it's to the good and not to the bad. Right now, the lake itself is 4 feet. The lowest is around the edge at 3 feet. And I think what they're doing is they're going by that measuring thing on the dam there itself, and you can't do that. That's only if we get a lot of water, then that'll tell us. So this year we are going to feast the lake. September 8th is our date. The feast is going to be at 5. But we're gonna go around to each landing before that. And, have a little pipe ceremony on each landing. Then we're gonna come back and feast it, and then, I think we've feasted it maybe one time throughout my being a little kid and growing up. So I think that needs to be a yearly thing, because it's probably telling us, what we need to do, so.
Hey, let them know what we're gonna be purchasing next to.
Oh, yeah.
We're gonna talk about DNR will be posting prices and stuff.
Okay, just got word here that we are talking about buying rice today, and hopefully tomorrow we could start buying rice. We need to start, get as much as we can this year, because of last year, we were down to probably 500 pounds of finished rice, and that's pretty scary. So DNR will let us all know when they're gonna start purchasing. Hopefully tomorrow. There is a lot of people yesterday looking to sell their rice, and I guess we need to start as soon as we can, so. What else is going on? Well, business, as usual, our business don't stop at the end of the day, even on the weekend. We deal with our constituencies and try to help them out the best we can. I guess we all got the thing yesterday, I really want that support staff over there at Oshkie during the day and in the evening, so hopefully we can get that going. And who's next, Eugene?
Eugene.
Oh, Miigwech.
Thank you, Henry.
Which Henry? Yeah, I know I'm sitting on a few boatloads of rice from yesterday. But Abuju, Magijik, Benason Division, because for my District 2 report, I guess I'll start off by saying, I want to give my condolences out to the families who lost loved ones this past week. And I want to say miigwech to, the RBC members that helped us out, whether it be lodging or our gas or anything like that, and accommodating our members. Appreciate that. I know each of our RBC members, played a hand in that. So I just want to say miigwech, guys. Let's see. So the monthly events for NATO Wash, we had the Wild Rice Camp with the Boys and Girls Club. I guess I wasn't for NATO Wash, I was for the whole reservation, but that was at Little Elbow Lake Park. That was August 28th. We did like a 2-day event with Boys and Girls Club and some other tribal programming with natural resources and such. And we're able to, make knockers and make some push poles. And we weren't able to get the kids out on the water just because of the weather. But we're hoping to do that soon. And then we had a berry camp with the extensions program. Well, that was July 23rd through the 24th. And then our upcoming events for NATO Wash would be the Harvest Fest Powwow, September 10th through 11th. I know we talked about needing a budget update, but that has been updated. So, our powwow committee, they got up to $35,000 of funding to utilize. The deer tags and the fish permits were approved for Harvest Fest, so we got all that taken care of. And then the extensions program is having a wild rice camp the same weekend as a Harvest Fest, September 10th and 11th. And then we have 3 youth from District 2 participating in the Run It Back basketball tournament in Arizona. So that'd be September 23rd and 25th. Let's see, and then a couple infrastructure projects for NATO Wash would be street lighting in the village. We're meeting with the Public Works on what we can do with the street lighting. I know they had some old proposals that they're going to bring forward to us at one of our briefings. And then the service line agreement for South Twin. It was the Elk, so from County Road 4 into that South Twin Road. So that where the Elkhorn Resort is, Arvig proposed to dig a line for fiber so that our members would have access to high-speed internet. There were some concerns about the service line agreement, but those have been worked out, and it's heavily in our favor. So we're gonna proceed with the service line agreement there, so folks could, I'm hoping this year we'll be able to access high-speed internet out there on those lake lots. And then the road projects we were talking about would be that same road, that South Twin Road, and then the Blair Road. We're looking at repaving those ones. And then I think that would be it for Natowash, and then I guess I'll move on to Monoman. So this past week in Monoman, we had the Wild Rice Days event. They had a parade. There's a lot of art and food vendors there. And they had like a wild rice dish competition, and they also had a street dance. Some more things going on in Monoman. We're soliciting bids for demolition of 5 properties within the city of Monoman. I don't have the deadline for that, but also I talked to the Monoman Community Council last night, and they're wondering, they want us to give them an update on when they can move over to the Shopco building, but I think that's something we'll have to talk with their CSO management, because I think they're going to be sharing that space over there, and then get some updates on when the renovation is going to go for the Boys and Girls Club renovation.
We gotta talk about it tomorrow, because we might have a different place for them.
Oh, okay.
We might have a better place for them to land.
Oh, okay. All right. Sounds good. I'll keep them updated on that. And then for Waubin, we had a business incubator project going on there in the old Norman County Implement Building. So we did lease out an office space there. So it includes 2 office spaces, a conference room, a podcast studio, and then we got some funding from the Blandon Foundation, and that funding is going to be used for just computer equipment, and then to pay for our subscription to the Rural Ideas Network software. So that software is going to give people access to business coaching and planning, pretty much just business planning, give them that extra support that they currently don't have. And then we have some funding opportunities, the SSBCI funding. So our potential funding is $3.6 million. We'll be doing a partnership with the White Earth Investment Initiative. So, we'll lend them the funds that we get from the SSBCI funding and then the White Earth Investment Initiative will then lend that money out according to the Department of Treasury guidelines. And let's see, I don't know if there's anything else. Oh, okay, so a little update on my TEC subcommittee meeting. So we've been working with MIAAA, and they're responsible for, there's some sort of reimbursement. I'm still learning a lot about it. And then I know Secretary Treasurer LaRock is also working with me on that. It seems like at the TEC level, there's some, they need more financial support. So we're trying to figure out how we can do that at that level. But there was a couple concerns. The MIAAA reporting for reimbursement, that needs to be done at the 10th of every month. And they also stated there's some funding that we're not utilizing 100%, and that's due to our reporting. So me and Secretary Treasurer are looking to look into that and fix that and make sure that we're accessing all the available funding that we're able to access. But I think that's it for my divisional up there district report. Me got you.
Yep, thank you. Annie?
mention that.
Thank you. Be good, Shani.
Double Lake Community Picnic on September 1st.
Elbow Lake Community Picnic on September 1st. So that's coming up. Thursday. Okay, well, thank you, Council, for your updates. Next up on the agenda is the elders update.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. My name is Lucille Silk, and I'm the chair of the White Earth Elders Council. I couldn't get my minutes out of my computer, so I'm having to use her. We have our meeting on August 2nd, the first Tuesday of every month. And we always have invocation. Sometimes Merlin's there. Eugene has done it for us, and we appreciate that. One of the things that come up was we had our elder car that we use quite a lot, and it needed repairs. So I had to call a special meeting to get approval to pay that bill. Some concerns were brought up that I was writing checks out, but I can't do that. Anything over $500 has to be approved by our elder council. So just to clarify that. And we did have to pay an amount of $1,110.39 for our car to be repaired. So it should be a good running order. I'm gonna do a lot of, kind of skip over. Some of the things were mentioned here. Karen Badu, who is with the Northwoods Coalition, she came up from Bemidji, and she always updates us on her program, which deals with Alzheimer's. And there's always some good information she'll provide. Also, she'll be willing to come up and do education with any program. So keep that in mind. She's a very good, intelligent person. District Annie was at our meeting and talked about Mike Bowman testing waters in Pine Point because a lot of their water is undrinkable. And we mentioned that White Earth has the same concern, and Netawash, I guess all the reservations. So we're very concerned that, whatever needs to be done to correct the water situation would be appreciated. There was talk a little bit about the concert tickets, and Sam Kroll takes care of that. So anyone that wants to get a ticket, when we get them, we refer them to Sam. So thank you there. See, I'm kind of moving on here. ICW Indian Health Service was represented by Maria Clark and Leanne Thorson. She talked about the expansion. I got a new update here from Mike on the clinic. And I'm not going to go through all that, but we've been meeting with IHS monthly to try to get many of the situations dealt with. I know our elders oftentimes were treated brutally, and she was addressing that situation where she did some training. So hopefully that's corrected. Although I've had some since concerns with people that have had to deal with the same problem. It kind of eases up and then it happens again. So we're supposed to have another meeting in September on the 13th, I believe. But I got a call yesterday and they want to cancel and reschedule again, so I haven't got a new date for that. So I'll have to get that out somehow and maybe through the elder program, ENP. Don Goodwin, pardon? Yes, I will. Get it out to whoever I can and then, yeah, and send it, so. But we have a lot of concerns and they've been working with us, so we hope to keep that going. Don Goodwin talked about the land transfer bill, which is now on the table for MCT to review. Sandy Lake. Sandy Lake is now recognized as a 7th reservation, so we're very happy about that. MCT will meet October 27th and 28th at Leech Lake. That's within driving distance, so hopefully some of us can get over there to those meetings. They're important to us. And, oh, it looks like there's a bus that will be going, so we'll connect up there somehow. Of course, they had the resolution and we supported the opposition to Line 5 replacement project. And I didn't bring that resolution, but we have to get it approved first by our council, which will, our meeting is scheduled for September 2nd at 1 o'clock, 1 to 3 in Mahnomen. We're accommodating the Mahnomen people because they've asked for a meeting up here and we said we'd get one for them. So hopefully people that live here can come. We have already started talking about the Christmas party. Whatever needs to be done, we'll update you on that. I thought the Elder Picnic went well also, Friday, August 19th. And the setting was set up so beautifully. And we did hear, because a couple of our council members, one were drawn, and we already heard some flack that it was cheating or something, but Eugene did the drawings there, so we have to blame Eugene. They did it by computer, so it was all honest. And we thank all those that came, and especially Eugene. He did such a good job and has always been working with us. Wisdom Steps cards are out and available, so when you have to go somewhere and get one of those cards, you get a whole lot of discounts on them. So please utilize that because the Wisdom Steps cards also support the program. And by the way, September 2nd, there's a golf tournament in Fond du Lac. Very good golf course. And that's when Wisdom Step has their fundraisers up there. So come and join us up there.
What date
I
was
help out with that too.
What date was that now?
September 2nd, Friday.
Okay.
So there's teams that you may be able to get in yet. Okay. Wanted to go here now. We did a donation from our elders council to the ENP for the elders picnic. We gave $1,000 to the ENP to help support that program. So we're very busy with so many projects here and people calling all the time. In fact, I said I'd help a lady drive her to Detroit Lakes for food on Tuesday because she can't find a ride, and that's an elder. I have, let's see, September, and thank you for that, letting us know about the feast, Henry. I think, several of us elders would like to be there and honor the lake, so. Ogama Days is September 2nd and 3rd. Again, this weekend, there's a lot of activities this weekend. The powwow, White powwow, plus Ogama Days. September 16th, and we're asking, I'm on the Ogama Auxiliary, but we're having a POWMIA walk. That's a 24-hour walk. And it's on the 6th, starts at Friday the 16th at noon and runs till noon the next day. And they gotta keep walking all night long. So anybody that's willing to go out and help is invited. And we'd appreciate your coming. The safety issues are coming up with the drug problem. We have concerns both with safety for elders, but also for the people that are ODing. That's a big concern. We have, I think there was in at least a week, 6 deaths already, and that isn't ODs. I'm not saying that, but the 6 deaths that affect us all as families, we're all related somehow to some of them, but this hurts. And we'd like to be out and be able to join and be with the families, but we can't make them all when there's that many. We were just totally devastated to hear about Lorna. That hurt us all. I sit on the Mahubi board, and we met on Friday, and they were devastated also because she had just met with the coordinator there, and they were all excited because she had so many ideas and things that we could work together on through Mahubi. But it's such a loss. Housing crisis, that keeps coming up all the time. So many homes that need repairs, nothing's happening, and we're wondering what's going on with this, these homes that were supposed to be done. Soon it's gonna be time to even put plastic on the windows, because at least that helps keep some of the heat in. And we understand that it looks towards a cold winter again. There's all kinds of signs that say winter's gonna be here earlier than we expect. So please keep that, or let us know what is happening with housing. The Animal Commission, and I'm gonna have Missy talk about that a little bit, because I know that's a big concern with us, so can you relate to that right now?
Yeah, I volunteer with We Are Fur, and we had a rescue spot down in Callaway that has recently been shut down thanks to Corb and the city council. And so CJ Jackson at the animal control has no place to put any animals that need help or anything as for help we can hold for transportation, or if they need to be quarantined because they've bitten somebody, and no rabies shots documentation or anything. And so we're looking for a place to hold the animals and that right now. I know I've talked with a couple of the RBC members about it. That you guys said you would discuss it and that, and I'll give you CJ's info that if you have more questions or anything on that. But we do have the clinics for the spay and neuter of cats right now. We need, I think it's $1,000 more to get an anesthesia machine so we can work with dogs and that and spay and neuter them. But, and there is a, CJ and I call it the Rascal Project, to pick up the mean dogs in towns. Natiwash, my grandson was brutally attacked by 3 dogs. We made it from Natiwash to Gonvick in under 30 minutes to try and save him. He was bleeding profusely from his neck, where the dog we've had problems with before, animal control took him to court. He's supposed to be chained up and that, but nothing seemed to be done because CJ cannot write citations. He has certain things that he cannot do right now to help this problem, except for maybe pick up dogs, which he's supposed to do in like the beginning of next week. But when my dog went through surgery and we could not save him, he died the next day because they couldn't find the internal bleeding. But there is packs of dogs running. I've got pictures of 5 of them running around Natiwash on Tower Road. On Circle Drive, there's a bunch more. People are scared to get out and walk even because these dogs are attacking. I know Rice Lake have a problem. They just picked up a dog over there that needed to be quarantined because it nipped somebody. And I'm sure White Earth has the same problem, but we do need a place for CJ to pick up these dogs and store them or hold them till whatever. And I know CJ is only one person and he's having a heck of a time covering the whole reservation. And he's been asking for help. So if it can be looked at to maybe get him another person to help him, like at one time I heard it was discussed for a second person. Okay. Did you, oh, no, I didn't. I don't think they want to see the, okay. The pictures of the dog I can show you later. But let's see. For those that you have never had a problem with the dog or dealt with them, this is. Okay. Okay, if I can find it. Okay, yeah, okay, I'll find it.
Okay, and getting back to this, we do have the resolution that we oppose the line 5, and certainly we would be opposed to that, the freight, the railway coming through, because we've seen too many of the tanks that have destroyed property close by in other areas. So, you know, we would ask the council to certainly take that into consideration when you're meeting on that issue. But you're welcome to a copy of this. I think we can give it to you. And also, we worked on our elders budget. It's a proposed budget. We give it to our membership and ask them to look it over and see if there's changes that need to be made. And it should be approved at our next meeting. We can get you copies of that. But there was one other thing, and I can't think of it right now, but Sam, do you have anything that you want to bring up right now?
Oh, yeah, a couple things if you would. Good morning, everyone. Sam Kroll, Vice Chair of the White Earth Elders. In the committee reports, there was a few things on the rice at Rice Lake in District 1. Is there a way that, we ran out of rice last year for the elders and a lot of powwows and stuff. Is there a way we can keep that rice on the reservation more rice on the reservation instead of letting outside entities buy it?
We didn't get our money for.
I believe, Sam, I believe we do let tribal members, but like this year, there was another contract with different people and we decided not to go with it. So we are, working to keep that here. Because of the quantity we got, so.
Yep. And I know a lot of elders were concerned last year that people were buying it off the reservation and selling it to non-native members and stuff. So that was one of the elders' concerns. The other elders' concern I have out in Pine Point is we're looking at snowballs hitting us in the butt here in about 2-3 months. And we have still not seen any of that $1 million money that was supposed to be fixing houses. So it's getting a little too late to even do anything right now. So does the tribe have any idea when that can be available?
Annie?
Lori Thompson's.
Also, another issue in Pine Point on housing. I've got a lot of calls on a issue that came up. There was a new house put in for a burnout house out there, and without anybody even getting any notice of or applying for that house, an individual, a younger person, individual was given to that came from out of state and got that house. And a lot of the elders are really upset about that in Pine Point. I don't know who okayed that or how that came about. All right, yep, I mean, there's some issues that, we wanna go back to quarterly meetings. A lot of this stuff comes up that don't even get talked about when we're having monthly meetings. So I'm concerned that these quarterly meetings, there's gonna be a lot of stuff falling through the cracks and a lot of people falling through the cracks on issues. I guess, I don't know how that stands.
Sam, what we would do?
No. That's a commission. Yeah, well, the elder council and the commission are totally different. The elder council, and I can give you our also, our elder council is an LLC through the White Earth. It's an organization through the auspices of the White Earth Business Committee. And our purpose is to improve economic, physical, and spiritual lifestyles of American Indian tribal elders, et cetera, et cetera. I've brought this to the meeting several times, and I can get, again, copies for everyone, so you kind of know our purpose. What we worked on with the Elder Commission was so that when we had issues, we go to that commission. If they don't address them, then we'll come back to the council. But they're set up to help us get the issues to you folks, the RBC. And then it was kind of a gateway, and there's language, with that. One of the suggestions I would make that the Elder Commission have some training done by Veronica, through the legal department. She had been with this program for 2 years. So I think that she can do training quite well for them. That would be my suggestion. And just so you realize that these are different. And we have a resolution in with the council that we're organized, and we represent the elders of the entire reservation. With this in mind, the spiritual, physical, and mental well-being of our elders. With that, I guess I'd say we've brought our issues to you, and thank you for listening. And I hope that we can continue to work as we have been doing. We're going to continue on and work as we have. Anyone interested in our next meeting again? It's September 2nd, Tuesday. September 6th, Tuesday, at the Shooting Star from 1 to 3. We reserved a room here. I don't exactly have the room, but it will be on the board when the time comes, so thank you.
Mr. Chairman, can I
Yes.
address a couple things? As far as the animal control stuff, I want to kind of divert this to Curtis or Lori to maybe reach out to Lori Thompson, who runs the Animal Control Commission, and get them to, this is what the third time that this has came up. This came up in one of the community council meetings too. We got to get that animal commission back up and running. We have to get that. It's not the third time it came to you guys, it's just the third time it came up to us. We got to get that animal commission back up and running. Merlin, you would be on there also, and then we'd be able to get our grant writers on there to see what we do, what's holding it up, if it's funding or what it's doing, so. But I will, Curtis, you guys want to get a hold of Lori to see if she can get that?
Yeah, they met last week.
Oh, you did? Okay.
They're starting to get back up and going.
Well, okay, all right. Because what we'd like to do is we'd like to get our own animal shelter along with, collaborating with everybody else too, so, and stuff like that, so we know how important it is, so.
Yeah.
Which?
Just for, this is my dog. And I know another person here has talked about their dog being attacked in Natowash that had to go through this. this could be a child instead of just a dog, but they're both important to the communities. Our dogs are our babies. And for, you know, can you imagine anybody else having to go through this? I want to stop it. That's my boy. So it is very important, and then, yes, I hope Lori, you know, Lori Thompson does get back to us. I will give, yeah, I'm sure she has CJ's information. But I want to stop any other parent from having to go through that.
Yeah, so I just wanted to, you know, have a response for the dog issue. So this has been been an ongoing issue for years, and you know, it's been on our radar almost every briefing meeting, and it's really hard to address it at a RBC level because a lot of these incidents have to be addressed by, you know, case by case, because, you know, we're talking with housing, and, you know, there are responsible dog owners out there who happen, you know, they, you know, do everything, but, you know, accidents happen, you know, maybe somebody, you know, gets bit or whatever, gets hurt. But then there's also, you know, dogs that run wild, and how do we address that? Like I said, it has to be case by case, because, you know, a lot of people, you know, they're responsible dog owners, or maybe their dog gets off the chain one time, you know. It's really hard to you know, say, okay, well, we got to take your dog, or else, you know, we have to evict you, or, you know, those are really tough decisions to make, and it's really hard to address those case by case. So, you know, we're really pushing for this animal control commission to, you know, be up and running again. And, you know, we're working on it. You know, we definitely don't want that to be any of our children or any other, you know, pets out there. So, you know, we're working on it, and, you know, all I can say is that, you know, I hate saying this, but, you know, we have to be patient, and, you know, we're addressing it. It's on our radar. And another thing with the, you know, the elder commission and the elder council, you know, we meet, you know, the RBC, we meet weekly now. So, you know, if you guys have any concerns, feel free to bring it to your district rep or anything, and, you know, we'll get them addressed. Like I said, you know, we're meeting a lot. We're meeting very often. So. And then for Sam over there, you know, yeah, we do want to keep all of our rice on the reservation, and, you know, we've been talking about this, and, you know, we're going to talk about this after, you know, our natural resource department gives us some updates, and looking at the market there for wild rice. But we're looking at staying competitive with the market, you know, with the wild rice. So what we're going to be buying it for, and you know, we talked about some incentives, but we always got to remember, you know, we want to make sure our rice is in good condition. You know, we don't want to open it up when it's too green. And but another thing is our contracts. So whether we pursue those contracts or not, you know, we really gotta meet with our natural resources, because you know, those contracts, when we're able to fulfill them, it keeps the prices down for our members. And we also got to look at how much rice is actually coming in, because, you know, this past year we only had 10,000 pounds come in that last season, and we had to put these rice limits on our people. And, you know, now we're down to less than 400 pounds of rice right now. So it's really scary. And, you know, I'm not sure if White Earth has ever been in this position before, you know, managing the rice, but, you know, we want to ensure that we have enough to not only feed our people, but to sustain our cultural practices and those ceremonies throughout the year. So, you know, there's some, I don't have a clear answer for you folks on the rice, but, you know, we're watching it, we're monitoring it, and, you know, we'll keep you guys updated. But, you know, that's what we want to ensure, is that we're able to feed our people and make sure that we have those cultural practices, you know, feasts throughout the year. So I wanted to say that, Miigwech.
I'd like to say thank you, elders, for your report, and thank you for getting us addressing these issues with our, especially with our awning wishes, and it's something that we were going to have to address right away. So.
Say, Mike, I just want to do a couple comments. I agree with Cheryl on the membership being aware of the affairs of the reservation. I don't think executive session should be used to funnel membership funds without their knowledge. I mean, there's been billions that have been put out there without membership input or consent or knowledge. And then as for the train thing, I believe there's a legal limit. They only have 15 minutes to block roadways and nobody's enforcing that. Also with the, clarification, I understand there are some confidential matters, but when it comes to the tribal finances, we should know what's going on. I would like to see a contract with Red Lake for wild rice, or for walleye. And then I want to know if Enbridge is still using that old line, and we should push for them to remove that old line. The other thing is, back a few months ago, there was a non-member that was giving funds for our youth. Or no, I shouldn't say our youth, because I'm not exactly sure what youth was asked for. And that person was given funds. And yet one of our members asked for funds to send our kids to Valley Fair, and they were denied. And so I thought, what the hell, do we have to have this non-member, non-native person come and ask for funds for our kids? That should have never, childhood is an important part of our lives. I'm very fortunate that I have happy memories of when I was a kid. And it's like, it's things like that. I can still remember going to musicals and going to the circus and things like that. And it's like, give our kids happy memories. Something they can look back when they get older. And it's, I just feel bad that they were denied. But I really would hope that they look into that 15-minute limit of the trains crossing, because I really believe that they legally cannot. In fact, if you remember, Cass Lake Casino got robbed that way, because they robbed that casino while that train was going by, because they sent the police over here at a fire they started, so the police couldn't get across the railroad tracks. And then also to find out, is Enbridge still using that old line? It's got to be removed.
I guess on that note, Anita, that's one thing that I'm advocating personally for, and also our council, that we want consultation with DRM, also to, that we want to be notified, because that's one thing I asked them, Commissioner Kessler, and of course we're going to have consultation with the PUC, that line removed, because, in my eyes, and I did talk to our DNR about this, as, a lot of it is they just want to cap them and leave them underground. That's the cheapest way to do it, but to me, it's an underground storage tank. So that's what I'm addressing that with the commissioners and also the PUC. So you're good on that. That's good.
Thank you.
Let's see if we won't break.
Yeah, Anita, I wanted to give you an update on that. We did have a consultation with the DNR, and they did give us some updates on the decommission line. And they're saying that it has to be done by, the privately owned land has to be done by the landowner, whether it's capped or removed. And there's a lot of incentive just to have it capped and leave it in the ground. And I know our chairman brought up how does that impact our usufructuary rights in the 1855 ceded territories. So they didn't really have an answer with us for us on that, but that's something we're pushing. We want that decommissioned line taken out of the ground. We want it removed. I know that we all told them, we're here long before, the United States, and we're planning on being here long after, and we're in here for the long run. So we want that line removed, because eventually it's going to come back and, bite us. So glitch on that. And then with the, I know that, I think when we got that request was on the agenda about So it was the Monoman Thunderbirds basketball tournament. They're trying to send some kids out there. So that came from an organization, and I think that non-member that actually put in the request, he was putting it on behalf of the organization. So it would have been the Monoman High School. So that's what I know. I guess I can have I don't know if you need more information on that. I guess we could dig a little deeper and I could probably get you some more information on that. But I don't think it wasn't you know, a non-member benefiting off of our youth and elder funds. It was, you know, it was meant for our kids.
Are you saying that the whole team is natives?
Like I said, I don't know. They didn't have enrollment numbers or anything like that. But, you know, I just wanted you to be aware, you know, when organizations ask for funds like that, kind of like the you know, the demo derby, you know, there's not all natives, you know, there's not only natives that participate in those events. And then also on our community councils, you know, you don't have to be enrolled to be on the community council also. So, you know, it's a fine line. I don't know, it's kind of a gray area. But, you know, the council is looking at revamping some of the policy because we see that in the past, it hasn't been fair or consistent. So it's something we're looking into. But as of right now, you know, coming from our Secretary Treasurer, he's a real stickler on policy. So, you know, he's making sure that it's you know, policy and procedure is being done as it's written. So I guess that's.
Well, I think our tribal fund should be used for our members.
Yep, I 100% absolutely agree. Like I said, it's been a gray area, and then in the past it hasn't, you know, it hasn't been fair or consistent, and you know, we're upholding policy right now, so you know, we're using the existing guidelines.
And then I also, you know, I mentioned before that I think we should see if we can contract with Red Lake for walleye. And then I noticed on here for old business, you mentioned Ashley Bunkers. Now her corn is organic.
Yeah, I spoke with Ashley last week, and you know, it's something we handled internally, and it's just a matter of when she's going to get us the corn, actually. So
Wow.
yeah. So I think, but yeah, we'll get to that. I talked to Ashley about it, so you know, it's been addressed. Just yeah. But yeah, I guess that's all my responses.